Hello folks, welcome back. It's not raining yet, but it's forecast, so I better crack on. First of all, get the kettle on. See you in a bit. Well, it's May now, and it's still a little bit nippy, and it's not stopped raining. Look, there's some clouds there. I've just been talking to my mate there. He's in Gateshead way, and it's chucking down with rain there, and it looks like it's going to head this way. So, I better crack on. The soil is soaking wet because it's just been raining non-stop just about all the time, like it always does. I want to try and get these out today because they're getting a bit big for them pots. So before the rain comes, I'm going to get them into this bed here. Like I say, the soil's still soaking wet, but it's got to be done. I better crack on. It's getting darker. Anyway, I've just been busy there while the kettle's boiling, giving the ground a little bit of a light forking over, getting rid of any of the loose roots that I didn't get out the first time. So it's all sorted there. What I'll do next is put some fish blood and bone in, and some bone meal, stuff like that. Give them a good head start. Then I'll get the broad beans planted out there. Spot on. Aye, these broad beans are desperate to go out now. Starting to flower, so they need to go out, and that's today. While I'm here next to the greenhouse, I'll just show you the seeds are starting to grow. Woohoo! Got plenty there. The lettuce, the Godzilla broccoli, the Brunswick cabbage, the kale and the greyhound cabbage have all started sprouting. The beetroot is doing great, and there's the other kale that I sowed, which I didn't put the seeds in, or I pulled out the seedlings when they were grown. There they are. These Swede seem to be doing alright. Like I say, I've got no idea if planting them deeper is going to help them or not, but seems to be doing alright. Anyway, this kettle should be boiled by now, so I'll crack on. Right, cuppa. Sorry folks, I nearly choked. It started raining, typical. I was my mate's coming round later, Lee, so he's got some seeds for us. He was at the range last weekend, so he asked us if I wanted any seeds, so I got some. So he should be coming this afternoon, weather permitting. But like I say, I'm going to get them broad beans out. If it rains or not, it's got to be done. They cannot stay in them pots for very long. So that's got to be done. And then if it does keep raining, I'll be able to crack on in the greenhouse and get some seeds sown. So anyway, I'll crack on with this. This is the most important thing. Cuppa. Now someone was asking us about this fire. My log burning stove. And where did I get it from? Because they're quite expensive. Now here's a little story for you. I was walking down the street one day. I was walking down the street, and I saw that. And it was getting chucked out. Someone was clearing out the house, and that was left there. So I knocked on the door. I says, "Can I have that?" He says, "Of course you can have it if you can lift it up." Because half an hour before I'd asked for it, the scrap man asked for it, and he tried to get it on his van, and he couldn't lift it up. But I knew someone who had a flat back, one of them lifts, a van, a house clearance van. So I asked him, he got it for us. And it was a right mission to get from the path up to here. In fact, I got it from the main path all the way to outside the shed. Heavy. It was really heavy like. And then I realised you can take it apart. Like, all the insides come out. So it would have been a much easier job, but I just didn't think at the time. So that's where I got me fire from. So keep your eyes open, folks. You never know what you can find. I've had a look to see how much they cost, and they're about £1,500, so bargain. I might get it on the day. Actually, it's a little bit chilly. Now let's see what happens anyway. I'm going to crack on. See you in a bit. Right, so I've just been busy there. Like I said before, I've lightly forked over the ground to get the roots out that are left in, and now I've put some fish blood and bone, some bone meal and some sulphate of ammonia on the ground. Give the plants the best start in life. So I'll just lightly fork that into the soil and then get the broad beans in. I've just noticed on the path some poo. I've stood in it now, but what does anybody know what sort of poo that is? Strange question, but I've got a feeling it might be hedgehog. I'm not sure. Well, the rain hasn't come to much yet, so I've managed to get the broad beans out. That's them there, with one spare. So we'll see how they go. There's no need for us to put the net over just yet. It's just when the beans are on, I'll have to net them to keep the rats off. Anyway, let's see what else I can do. Crack on. Well, it's time for another cuppa. Lee's on his way. He's just said he's at the other side of town. He's just been to little Ollie's garden centre, so he shouldn't be long. So by the time he comes, the kettle should be boiled. Now I've got myself some gas here the other day. They're good for when this runs out. I'll use that. And I also got another one because next weekend, if the weather's fine, I'm going to go camping, which should be good. Like I say, if it doesn't rain, it should be alright. But while that kettle does boil, I'll just show you these again. These seeds. Now these here, the Godzilla, the Brunswick, the kale, they're all heirloom seeds, which I got. I was looking back on my videos during, like, there was a thing called Shed Wars. There's like America versus the UK, and I was sent these seeds. Now I was looking back on my videos, like I say, and that was coming up to 4 years ago now since I had these seeds. So it just shows you, if you keep the seeds correct, then they should grow, they should be alright. If you store them well and all that kind of thing. They've come up canny there, nearly 100% germination. Spot on. And these kale, in fact what I might do today is pot them on into bigger pots so they can stay in there until it's time to go out. That's a sunflower there, as you can see. That's the only one that come out of these 6, so I might sow some more of them, see what happens. These leeks are doing alright as well. Be nearly time for them to go out. Spot on. Right, I'll get this get these cuppas made, and I'll crack on. See you in a bit. Well, I've been busy there talking. Lee and Rachel have just left. Thank you once again, Lee and Rachel, for getting the seeds for us from the range. Here they are. Like I say, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to see you. To see you is nice. So I got some seeds. Some Swede, best of all. Some Autumn King carrot. Some Market More cucumbers. Some Kelvin Wonder peas. And some Greyhound cabbage. Now, how much do you think these come to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packets of seeds. How much? £2.75. Now you can't go wrong with that. All the seeds are 99p, but a half price sale because it's coming to the end of the season, even though the season hasn't even started yet. So I'm pleased about these. We'll start getting some sowing going and all that. I've got the peas because, as you know, these ones in the gutter haven't grew, so I'll replace them with them. And today I'm going to sow some cucumber, market more. And the carrots and the Swedes, they can go straight in the ground when I've sorted it out. So crack on. It's getting on today. It's about 6 o'clock now. So I'm just going to sow some cucumbers today and then see how it goes from there. So I'll crack on with them. Once again, Rachel and Lee, thank you very much for coming. All the best and all that. Nice one. See you in a bit. Right, I've got a bit of a problem here. My compost is underneath the pile of wood. So I'm going to have to try and slide it out somehow. Anything for an easy life. I just can't be bothered to shift all of that wood. So I'm going to figure something out. See you in a bit. Right, I've just been sieving some compost there. Filled 6 cups with nicely sieved compost. I'll get these in. Cucumbers. It's about time. It is still a little bit cold outside at nights and that, like, but I've got to make a start. Like I said on a previous video, most things need time to grow, and like the season's coming to an end now, really. We've only got a, what, 3 months before it turns to autumn. So I better start getting things done. So I'm just going to sow 6 and see how they go. It's amazing, man. How can somewhere like the range sell seeds for £1 a packet, when you go to other places the same seeds are like £2-3? It's unbelievable. A little tip here, folks, as well, if you don't know, when you're sowing things like cucumbers, always sow them on the side, because if you lay them flat, chances are they'll just end up rotting off, and you don't want that to happen. So that's them there, in there. 6 market more cucumbers. And just to give them a little bit of extra start, what I'll do is I'll put them in here, in the little propagating frame. I'll put the glass back over the top, because it gets a little bit warmer inside here at nights and stuff. So we'll see how they go. Right, I think I'll have one more cuppa before I go, so I'll see you in a bit. Well, it's just starting to rain now, so I think I'll show you around what's grown on the plot since the last video. And also I've run out of sugar, so I'm not going to have a cuppa, because I hate coffee without sugar. Anyway, here's me wildlife area. These bluebells looking nice there. And it's a bit late in the season for bluebells. They were a sort of winter flowerer years ago. But anyway, they look nice. There's loads of crocosmia starting to sprout up there in amongst the dandelions for the bees. There's some nice bluebells there. Look at that. Lovely. Lovely little view. Aye, the wildlife area, it's a necessity. What can I show you? Looks like the pear started to put some fruit on, which is good. And I've noticed as well today that this apple tree here is absolutely covered in blossom this year. So we might get some apples. The ones that the squirrels can't eat, I might have. You never know. It's starting to rain now, folks. It was due was forecast is comfrey. I've just left this just a flower, as I'm behind this year, folks. I should have been chopping that back and putting it into a bin, but I haven't. So I've just left this one here just for the bees, because they love the comfrey flowers. And here's a little tip for you as well. If you're going to use comfrey to make like a comfrey juice or comfrey tea, you're best off picking it before it goes to flower, because if you leave it until the flowers are dead and then you're putting like the seed heads in there, when you come to watering, you'll get comfrey growing all over your plot wherever you've watered, like for example there. So that's a little tip for you. The broad beans are out. Like I say, I'll net them over when the time comes, but for now they'll stand there all right. I've had a good feed of fish blood and bone meal, and sulphate of ammonia. Spot on. This artichoke, I'll probably get artichokes on soon. Let's see if there's any at the minute. No, just all leaf, but you can look at the size of the leaves, man. It's huge. I haven't done much else apart from what you've seen today. Been talking, having a bit chat about the world, putting the world to rights, as they say. This here, the wood nearly fell on top of us. I should have been filming there, but I just needed to get it out. I'll straighten the pile up another day. Which reminds us, I need to go and get the compost, because it's over there where my sieve is. So I'll bring that back in before it gets soaking wet. I've just put these cucumbers in here. Hopefully we'll get something. But everything else has started to grow now, so I think it's time to start to sow, folks. These beetroot should be going out soon as well. I'm pleased that these kale come up, because like I say, I wasn't too sure what was the matter. The leeks. There's nothing else to show you really. I've showed you all these. These potatoes need to go out, but there's no sign of any of these potatoes that I planted a couple of weeks ago. They're still there. They haven't grew, sorry. So hopefully we'll get something off them. Very nice. I'll show you the grapevine as well, because look at that. Loads of growth since the last video. Starting to get some bunches on there. And here's a little tip for you folks. Grapes, this bunch, that bunch are too close together. So you've got to make the sacrifice and pull one of them off. Now that one there is the smallest, so I'll get rid of them. I know it's a sacrifice, but I'd rather have one decent bunch of grapes than two small bunches of grapes. But it's definitely coming back to life there, which is good. And it's raining, folks. It's raining. So my mate's just come there with a dog. Nelly! Hello, girl. 2 seconds, Jem. There's my mate, my camping mate. I'm going camping next week. This is where it's at. Right. So there's nothing much else I can show you apart from my onions right there. It's in the shed, Jem. I put it because it started raining. He's forgot his cap. I'll show you these onions while I'm filming. They're doing alright. There's garlic. It's just died off. Thought it was too late in the season anyway. That should have been planted in the winter. But anyway, things are happening. Right, I'll catch you later, Jem. See you in a bit. There's the Virginian creeper. creeping away. And the lemon balm. And Nelly. Nelly! I'll take you out with Al one day. Right, okay folks. I'll see you in a bit. Well folks, that's me done for today. So while I just take my work boots off here, I'll say thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing, all that kind of thing. It really does mean a lot. I've made quite a few since the last video. I'm on 9,380 subscribers now, which is amazing. So thank you to everybody who's subscribed over the past month or so. And thank you to everybody who's been with us since the start. It really does mean a lot, like I say. The gardening is starting to happen now, folks. Even though the weather is still terrible. Well, I haven't seen blue skies for more than 2 hours for months now. It's just clouds all the time. Clouds and rain. Should write a song about that, shouldn't I? Clouds and rain. Sun is never to be seen again. Right. So, like I said before, I've run out of sugar. So I'm not going to bother having a cuppa. I'll just get myself away. But before I do, I'll leave you on a little song. Maybe a little bit of a song, should I say. Aye, one of my favourite bands is Pink Floyd. I like playing Pink Floyd songs because most of them are quite easy to learn. So I'll give you a little melody of the Pink Floyd songs I've been learning. No singing, like, because I don't know the words. I'm concentrating, folks, on guitar. This one's called Brain Damage from Dark Side of the Moon. The lunatic is on the grass. The lunatics are on the grass, remembering the day and daisy chains and laughs. Got to keep the loonies on the path. Blah blah blah. That's Per Granville. What's next? Breathe. Breathe in the air. You get the gist of that one. And the last one is by Pink Floyd, obviously, and it's called Mother. So I'll leave you on this song, a little bit of song, and I'll see you on the next one. Once again, folks, thanks for commenting, liking it and subscribing. It really does mean a lot. I'm proving someone wrong here. Cheers. Mother, do you think they dropped the bomb? Mother, do you think they like this song? Mother, do you think they try to break my balls? Should I build a wall? Mother, should I run for president? or should I trust the government? Mother, will they put me in the firing line? Ooh, is it just a waste of time? See you folks, take care.